So the downfall of Diddy continues, but this time it's one of his former groups that he formed, Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. Dawn Richard is alleging abuse from her former boss and collaborator, and also that she witnessed Cassie's own abuse. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I've had the fortunate opportunity in interviewing Dawn Richard a couple of times during the Kempire radio days. And this is a woman that never plays around. So I'm actually very interested in the fact that she has decided to file a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs. As you know, Diddy has been sued by multiple individuals accusing him of abuse from decades. This past week, we reported to you that an incarcerated victim alleged that Diddy did the same thing to him, and he also won a $100 million default judgment. Diddy's attorneys have said that they're going to definitely get that default judgment dismissed. But let's get into what Dawn Richard is reporting. So as you know, Dawn Richard was a part of Danity Kane, one of the groups that were formed during MTV's making of the band. She then went on to work with Diddy in another group called Diddy Dirty Money. So, Rolling Stone writes this. They said, former Danity Kane member Dawn Richard has sued Sean Diddy Combs, alleging that the music mogul groped her on numerous occasions, was physically violent with women, trapped her inside a locked car for 2 hours as a form of punishment, and threatened her life. Richard, who also was in the group Diddy Dirty Money, alongside Combs and singer Kalena Harper, who recently defended Diddy, just wanted to point that out, filed a suit on Tuesday in the Southern District of New York. She has also sued former Bad Boy Entertainment CEO Harve Pierre, who was also named in another lawsuit with Diddy a few months ago. As you know, they're facing 2 SA lawsuits stemming from his time of working with Combs. From the time Richard met Combs while auditioning for his hit MTV series Making of the Band in 2004 until his music career with Combs abruptly ended in 2012, she claims in her lawsuit obtained by Rolling Stone, the music executive manipulated her with mantras that submission to his depraved demands was necessary for career advancement, instilling in her the belief that such abuse and exploitation were required for female artists to succeed in the music industry. Her filing details dozens of disturbing encounters that she observed while in Combs' orbit, including field parties with young women who seemed lethargic or passed out, while Combs and his friends performed acts on them. Combs' attention turned toward her between 2009 and 2011. Richard alleges in the suit when he barged into her changing room and groped her bare buttocks and attempted to touch her breasts. Richard also supported allegations that Combs' ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie Ventura, leveled against Combs in her trafficking and abuse lawsuit, which was filed in November. Combs reached a private settlement, as you know, in under 24 hours with Cassie at the time. Richard claims that she personally observed Combs choke and strangle Ventura, and once saw him throwing a scalding hot pan of eggs at Ventura before dragging her up the stairs of his Los Angeles home. Around 2005, Richard claims that she observed the mother of Combs' children, Kim Porter, emerge crying from Combs' recording studio with visible facial injuries, including a lacerated lip. There were several times Richard claims that she tried to intervene and encourage Ventura to leave the relationship, only for Combs to be enraged when he found out, threatening that he makes N-words go missing and I end people, the lawsuit alleges. Reps for Combs and Pierre did not immediately reply to requests for comment. Richard's lawsuit comes 10 months after Cassie's lawsuit, making her the 7th woman, in addition to one man, who have since come forward to sue Combs with allegations ranging from trafficking to SA. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in each case. Richard said in the suit that Ventura's bravery made her realize that her own personal suffering was tied to many years of abuse by Mr. Combs that had become normalized to her. That is important to note because I think a lot of people are like, oh, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Everyone's trying to get a payday. But we've said this, if you followed any of our Cassie and Diddy reports, Cassie has inspired, or maybe people realize, like, what I experienced under Diddy and working with Diddy was not normal. The fact that they said this is what the business is. And remember, this was, let's think about the 90s and the early 2000s. Now we are understanding that these are levels of abuse. People are realizing that wasn't okay. He convinced me that that behavior was all right, that was normal. That is what you had to do in order to achieve success in the business. And I'm sure, and some people are saying, why did it take her so long? It is almost a year after Cassie. She probably had to go through her own level of understanding and trauma therapy in order to figure out, like, yeah, this wasn't okay. And I kind of knew it wasn't okay, but I didn't realize that I also suffered at the hands of witnessing it, but also experiencing it herself. So Rolling Stone continues, they said Sean Combs' fall from grace began with Ventura's lawsuit, where she claimed that he routinely physically attacked her and forced her to have drug-fueled intercourse with male workers during arrangements he dubbed, quote, freak-offs. Throughout their 10-year relationship, she also detailed a 2016 physical assault at a Los Angeles hotel after a freak-off, which was later confirmed by unearthed hotel surveillance video that CNN revealed that shows Combs chasing after a fleeing Ventura. He is seen throwing her to the ground, kicking and stomping on her before he attempts to drag her away, later throwing a glass vase at her direction. As I said before, when we started covering this Diddy situation, I said I honestly believe that more and more people would come out, and Cassie really just opened Pandora's box, because we've heard for years rumors of this Diddy behavior, but no one would come forward, probably because they were truly scared. They saw what he had the ability to do and the ability to get away with. We have to remember, even with this video footage that we have of him doing what he did to Cassie, even with all the allegations, we still do not have Diddy in handcuffs or in jail. There was even a federal raid of his multiple homes, and we still have Diddy on the loose, hanging out on beaches, people taking photos with him, still living the Diddy high life, despite all of the allegations and lawsuits that he's facing. Now, it's from former Danity Kane member, Dawn Richard. But as you know, Aubrey O'Day has been talking about Diddy, and she was even in the TMZ documentary, which I was in too, on Tubi. She's even a part of that documentary talking about his behavior, and she's always had her foot on his neck over the years. But she's never really gotten into detail of what she saw and what she experienced. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this latest lawsuit from Danity Kane star Dawn Richard. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes.